All right, today we're going to go green, learn more ways to go green in our gardens. We're not talking just fruits and vegetables here. Dave Huth from Bennett's Greenhouse in Lafayette's here talking about zero phosphorus ways of going green and ways of planting our crops. Dave, thanks for joining us this morning. So we have some fertilizer here, phosphorus-free. Why is that so important?
Well, phosphorus, if we get too much phosphorus into our lakes, rivers, streams, we can have an algae buildup, we can have aquatic plant buildup, makes it unsafe, living conditions not quite as safe for fish either. So basically, in the lawn setting, we don't really need that much phosphorus usually. You get a soil sample done, you find out, if you have a phosphorus deficiency, of course, you can get fertilizers with phosphorus for your lawn. But for the most part, our lawns are plenty rich in phosphorus. They don't need any more phosphorus. And so we've been going with this particular fertilizer because it is phosphorus-free. It's not needed. And so if we don't contaminate the rivers and streams and lakes, that's great.
If you don't need it, why put it in the soil, right?
Right.
Now, maybe people are asking how this affects my crop, my yield, taking out all the phosphorus. I'm guessing it has very little to no effect on harvesting?
Well, if we're talking about gardens,
Yeah.
it certainly does have a great effect.
Really? Okay.
And so for vegetable gardens, for flower gardens, we're still going to recommend the phosphorus because that's a big bloom and vegetable yield and fruit yield ingredient. But when we're talking about lawns, basically the nitrogen and the potash, the first number is nitrogen, then phosphorus, and potash. And so when we're looking for a lawn fertilizer, we're looking for one that is
22.
basically zero in phosphorus or close to it, because it's just in the lawn setting really not needed generally.
So when you see the 24-0-4, that 0 is your zero phosphorus, obviously. Right. What are people saying about it? Do you hear any positive, negative effects?
Certainly, I haven't heard any negative effects at all. We've had this fertilizer line for 3 years. When it appeared in our store, we said, hey, "What's this changing of the
switching things up on
analysis?" But no, I really haven't had any customers that have been upset about it. Probably several of them haven't even noticed. But some of the people, the environmental type people, are interested and glad that we have some no phosphorus fertilizer alternatives for people for their lawns.
As far as the pocketbook is concerned, the wallet is concerned, going to cost you more for zero phosphorus?
Nope.
Like a fat-free milk is going to cost you more?
Matter of fact, usually phosphorus is one of the higher priced ingredients.
Nice.
And so, lawn fertilizers in the last 2 years, prices have come down a little bit with the petroleum industry prices. When we were worried about $4 a gallon gas, those prices have come down to a little more manageable, and certainly fertilizer prices have come down a little bit too.
Dave, we appreciate it. Dave Huth from Bennett's Greenhouse. Appreciate you waking up this morning and coming in with us.
Well, glad to be here.
Great to meet you. Ways of going green.